Okay, it is like the rainiest, coziest day outside, and I'm living for it. I got my little Salem in my lap, and I figured I would take this time to kind of talk about the topic of this video, which is I'm getting my tattoo sleeve removed. Before I even get into like the details of the sleeve removal, I will kind of give a reason why I'm getting my tattoo removed. So I actually love my tattoo, and I'll put a clip in here so you can see what it looks like. I'm not gonna lift my arm up right now because he's sleeping and it's so cute. But yeah, so I'm getting it removed for two reasons. The first reason is the reason why I got it. And I got this tattoo about 4 or 5 years ago, and this is while I was in the Army. And at this point, I was stationed in Fort Hood, Texas, and that was the absolute worst time of my entire life. I've never been so depressed and lonely and angry. Honestly, I was like a real angry girl during that time period. I felt just like so lost is the best way to put it. And I had some people that I wouldn't even call them friends. It was like people I could talk to every now and then. I kind of like cycled through a couple friends, but it became a point where I was like, I don't relate to anybody here, and I feel like nobody really likes me, and I don't really like anybody here, and I have nothing in common with anybody here. And in turn, it made me a very angry, like, kind of harsh person. And my solution to all of these feelings was kind of to try to like one, make myself look more like tough and like I could fit in the military and the job that I was doing. And then also just like an outlet to like put all these emotions, like literally just to do something reckless because it felt good. Because I was just living in this life that didn't feel like mine. And so I got my sleeve. Anyone who's been in the military knows that tattoos are so common. It's almost more common for everyone around you to have tattoos, like a lot of them, than to have no tattoos altogether. So like if you're somebody without tattoos, you're in the minority. And so it's a lot of like peer pressure to just get tattoos because people are always talking about their next big sleeve that they're getting or their next big piece that they're getting on their side or whatever it might be. And you almost feel like, well, should I be making my appointment for my sleeve? And should I be getting like a huge tattoo on my back? And so, yeah, I fell kind of like prey to that a little bit, to be honest. And I kind of started to think that that was the only way that I would feel like I belonged there. And then also that maybe I could look tougher and I don't know, bond with people. Like it's really silly now that I think about it. But in the moment, I'm not going to be angry at myself during that time because I truly, in that moment, I just thought that was the right thing to do. And I think that's part of like growing up is not being angry with your younger self and having a little bit of like acceptance for decisions and mistakes that we made because we're only human and I was really young and really emotionally unstable. So unfortunately, I made a decision that was rather permanent. Every time I look down at my tattoo sleeve, I just think about that version of myself and it makes me feel really sad and it puts me back into that mental state of fight or flight and loneliness and very low confidence and anger, and I hate that. I don't identify with that person. And I feel sorry for that person. I want to give her a hug, but I want to leave her in the past. And unfortunately, this tattoo I see it every single day. And every time I put on a t-shirt or shower or just, happen to roll my sleeve up enough, I see it and I think about that. And it's the first thing that runs through my head. And so I would like to be able to look at my arm and not have those emotions come flooding back every single time. And then the second reason is more of a aesthetic reason, but I feel like my sleeve makes me look very harsh and almost masculine, and I feel like I'm very feminine, and especially since I got out of the Army, I have rediscovered a very feminine side to myself, and I'm having a lot of fun like wearing girlier things and wearing like spaghetti strap tops and really long, flowy, pretty dresses, especially like in the summers around here. And I just feel like my tattoo completely ruins it. It just like makes me feel like just this harsh, like intimidating, aggressive person. And I don't think that's how I am at all. I would say that I'm much more of a like, I'm definitely an introvert. And I'm kind of just like a observer. I'm not like an aggressive person, especially when you first meet me. I would say sometimes I can have a strong personality, but like I'm not aggressive and I'm not harsh. And I would say I'm sweet. I'm a sweet person, and this doesn't reflect that at all. So I would just like to get rid of it. So yeah, that's kind of the reason why. And I think as a viewer of these videos as well, I always think it's interesting why people get their tattoos removed. But at the end of the day, it's very personal to that person. And I think it's important to be respectful. Like anybody that you know that's getting tattoos removed, that like, of course they regret it. That's why they're getting their tattoo removed. But it doesn't warrant an "I told you so" or anything like that. Like they know. Trust me. We know. So I had my consultation with the laser place about a week ago, and the place is called Atlantic Laser Tattoo Removal, and it's in Virginia Beach. And I did a lot of research for like the best location near me, so I didn't have to drive super far, but also like making sure that they're using like the newest quality, highest quality laser. And this place has great reviews, and it's literally only like 20 minutes away from me, which is cool. So during my consultation, he actually seemed super hype about my tattoo because apparently black and gray tattoos are the easiest to remove. So he estimates it's going to be between 6 and 12 sessions, and that can be done over the course of like a year and a half to 2 years. That's a long ass time. I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping that it wasn't gonna take that long, but I am at this point willing to wait. I don't care how long it's gonna take. I had no idea you actually could completely remove tattoos. For some reason I was under this impression, and this might be because this was how the older technology was, but I was under the impression that it partially removed your tattoo, but it also scarred you, and it was like bumpy and inconsistent ink removal and all that. So I was like, I'd rather just keep the tattoo and have my skin still look normal. But I came across, I think it was a TikTok video, and this woman, she had a sleeve and she removed her sleeve completely. And I guess there's this new laser, it's called a Pico Way, or I forget what it's called. I'll put it on the screen when I figure it out. But apparently this laser can completely remove tattoos. And the guy who I had my consultation with, he is pretty confident he can completely get rid of my entire sleeve. So that's like really, really exciting and really cool. And so I'm feeling very hopeful that I can get rid of it and not feel so negative about my right arm. So I went ahead and made my first appointment, and just to be like full transparency, the tattoo place quoted me at, it's $1,800 for 3 sessions, but I get the 4th session free. So I guess essentially that's like $1,800 for 4 sessions, but you have to pay up front. So I'm gonna be doing that. Obviously that's the cheapest option, even though you have to pay up front. And I feel like so the way that they're gonna be doing it is they're doing like the top half of my arm, and then I have to wait a week and come back, and then they do the bottom half of my arm. And then I think I wait like 8 weeks or 10 weeks in between sessions, and you wait less weeks in the beginning, and then as you go on you like wait longer in between sessions, I guess is what he was saying. So I guess like, you know, we'll see with that first session if anything comes off or how well it works, but I'm feeling pretty excited and I'm really happy that this type of technology exists. I'm sure in the coming years the tattoo laser removal industry is going to be booming. Yeah, so I guess like the next time I see you guys, next time you guys see me, I'm going to be at the tattoo removal appointment. So I hope that it goes well. I'm a little nervous, but I know it's supposed to like, blister up and kind of get red and puffy. So I have expectations of that, but oh God, yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be a wild ride, but this is a whole series I'm gonna be starting now on my YouTube channel I'm also doing it on my TikTok, so if you want to go watch it on there, this is just going to be like a longer, more in-depth version of that. So yeah, I guess I'll see you at my next appointment, my very first appointment. Day 1, session 1, kind of nervous. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm about to go to my first session for the top half of my tattoo. I'm really excited, but I'm really nervous. I know it's gonna hurt and it's gonna look horrendous for a long time. So this is the last time my arm will ever look like this. And the last time it will look somewhat normal for a while. I'm mentally prepared for that. We can do this, we can do this. I didn't even have time to wash my hair, or I did have time to wash my hair from the gym, but I did not have time to dry it. I had one of those moments where I thought my tattoo removal appointment was like 3 hours later than it was, and I was at the gym and I was like, oh! So I got a reminder on my phone, and yeah, so I had to speed home and shower. Now I'm filming this really quick. Then I'll take you with me to the tattoo removal place.